Hey guys, it's me, D.Fnatic, and welcome to the second game this week for the PPL NX Stage 2. This week we're facing an absolute legend of the game, an absolute legend of the PPL, and someone who's been in the PPL scene since like Gen 6. It is NecroStevo and his Victorian Shadows. An absolute legend. This man's voice could send me to sleep in an instant. It's so dreamy, and I'm very jealous. But I really do suggest you guys go and check out his channel and his videos that he uploads of his battles, because this man puts in such effort. He doesn't gen, he likes to breed his mons, so he has that extra effort on top, and his videos are really unique, and like I said, his voice is just out of this world. So enough fangirling, we're here for a battle, we're here to win, but it's going to be a respectful battle, of course. So I'll show you the matchup on the screen, or rather I'll just show you Stevo's team. He's got the Meowscarada, Galarian Slowking, the Archaludon, Thunderous Incarnate, Quaquaval, Ogre's Pond Cornerstone, Primarina, Skeledirge, and then Terra Avalugg, Terra Palisand, and then there's just a Teddiursa at the bottom there. So he has gone for the trio of Paldean starters, which is quite funny, but they're all really good. So it's a terrible, it's not a terrible core, it's a terrifying core to face. And then you've got other things on there, you know, Ogerpon Cornerstone, Primarina, Thunderous Archaludon, and then Galarian Slowking, just for some chilly reception, regenerated stuff, and, you know, just being generally annoying. So it's a really scary team to face, but I feel like we have got the right tools to take this team on. And there is one Pokemon in particular in my draft, which I think is incredible in this matchup. So let's go over the team very quickly. I'll try not to keep you too long. First of all, we've got Samurott, which is running Ceaseless Edge, Sacred Sword, Flip Turn, and Razor Shell. Don't know if the matchup is generally the best. Obviously, it's incredibly good into the Skeledirge. Not so good into the Primarina. Ogerpon's a thing that exists. Not very good into the Quaquaval. Not very good into Thunderous. Okay into Archaludon, but if it's Stamina, then obviously that's not going to help. The Galarian Slowking, it kind of really helps with. And then there's Meowscarada as well. So the matchup in general, I mean, there's an Avalugg and a Palisand as well, but it's an Avalugg and a Palisand. The matchup in general isn't great, but Necro's only hazard removal is Rapid Spin on Quaquaval or Rapid Spin on Avalugg. I don't think Avalugg will come, and I don't know if Quaquaval comes, you really want to run Rapid Spin on it. So I feel like getting some spikes up will be really helpful, especially as everything on Stevo's team is grounded, minus the Thunderous Incarnate. So that's like the main reason why the Samurott's coming. Next, you've got the Glimmora, which is a really physically bulky build with Spiky Shield, Toxic Earth Power, Mortal Spin. I'm just trying to think, because again, I played this game a few weeks ago, and I'm trying to think why I made things the way I did. I think it's basically some kind of form of, I say answer, check, switch in, just to get a bit of chip damage on the Ogerpon, as well as the Meowscarada. Otherwise, it doesn't do too great here. Potentially okay against the Skeledirge as well, but I just kind of wanted to get some Toxics off. You know, Archaludon, I can get a Toxic on that, I can get a Toxic on the Galarian Slowking. It just looked nice into his team in that kind of sense. Next up, we've got Swampert, which is AV. So yes, I am bringing Swampert into a team and Samurott into a team with an Ogerpon. Spoilers, every battle I have in this NX tournament, Stage 2, I face all forms of Ogerpon and the Shaman Sky. That's not fair. However, I am Terra Steel on Swampert because it kind of checks the grass and the steel stab really well. And I am AV with Earthquake, Knockoff, Flip 10, Poison Jab. It's just here for some bulk. The steel typing also really helps with Meowscarada, unless it has low kick. Obviously, Knockoff is a thing, but that won't do too much because I am a Swampert and it's neutral. But it kind of checks the Thunderous really well. If I'm not Terra, it can help check the Archaludon really well. I can't get poisoned by Galarian Slowking. It takes that on really well. It takes on Primarina okay. Like, it's just a really good typing into Necro. And that's why I decided to go for Terra Steel. And the moves on there are just for a bit of coverage, really. You can see I've kind of gone EVs to kind of make it fairly bulky across the board rather than just special defense. But the Assault Vest will mean I can take, you know, 3 or 4 hits. And it's kind of there, I guess, for the Skeledirge as well before that gets too out of hand. Next, we've got the Jolteon, which is Quick Feet with Terra type of Ghost, so Jolteon and Swampert were my nominated Terra captains this week, with Thunderbolt, Shadow Ball, Protect, and Volt Switch. Protect is obviously to proc my Flame Orb, just in case I need it. But the reason why I'm bringing it against Necro is purely for the fact that he has got the Quavel, and if he doesn't get free Aqua Steps off, then I will outspeed it, which is great. I'll outspeed the Meowscarada. I'll outspeed... what else is there? I obviously won't outspeed Prankster, Tornadus, but otherwise I'll outspeed the entire team, even a +2 speed Quavel or like a Scarf Quavel. So that's why I decided to bring it. I don't really need much else other than Electric and Ghost Stab. I mean, Meowscarada I think is the only thing that resists both of those, and it's a... well, it's a Meowscarada. And that's why Terra Ghost is there, just to make the Shadow Balls a bit more powerful. But it's like a secondary Terra option to me this week compared to Steel on Swampert, which I think is probably going to be more important. But if Swampert does its job and things sort of fall the right way, I can then Terra Ghost on the Jolteon just for some extra damage. Next, we've brought Gholdengo. Now, it's a very defensive Gholdengo, mainly for the Quavel. But this thing has a real opportunity if the what's it called? If the Meowscarada dies early on, this thing's got a real potential. I've just mentioned how good Ghost type is into Necro's team. The resists a Meowscarada and Teddiursa. So Shadow Ball is free, and anything, well, Meowscarada and Teddiursa that resist Shadow Ball won't take a Make It Rain. And Make It Rain obviously hits like the Ogerpon for super effective, which it's neutral against. It's potentially enough to kill like a Primarina. Skeledirge could be an issue. It obviously does negate my +2 with Unaware. But depending on how much damage it does, I mean, I'll still do like half with a Shadow Ball, which is really impressive. I really like Gholdengo. So it's just a really basic Make It Rain Shadow Ball Recover Nasty Plot team. And then the final one this week is going to be the I Am Valiant. We are running Jolly Nature with 88 HP, 196 attack, and 216 speed. Can't remember exactly what that's enough to outspeed. The second fastest thing on his draft, probably, because I can't outspeed a Meowscarada. I imagine it's probably to outspeed the Thunderous. Yeah, must be the Thunderous. And just kind of like click buttons. There is obviously the issue with the Galarian Slowking. That's probably the best answer to this. That's why I've got Knockoff. But CC, Spirit Break, Knockoff, and Thunder Punch kind of covered the whole team really well. And Lumberry, I think it was here mainly because there could be Toxic Spikes. There could be Prankster Thunder Wave from Thunderous. And I didn't really want to face any of that. So that's the team for Necro this week. Let's get into the battle. But before that, thank you for getting through this part of the video. If you do enjoy, make sure you leave a like and do subscribe to the channel, because there are going to be 3 more games coming up after this one this week. And we might potentially have another league coming up fairly soon after, starting in May time. So make sure you stick around for that too. Anyway, let's get into the battle. Thanks for watching. Right, okay, we're here against Necro Stevo, aka Breeding Steven, for another NX battle. I built this team in about half an hour the other day while I was on my lunch break. And oh my god, he's bought the Palisand and it's Terra Poison. What an absolute mad lad. Glad I bought my Swampert now, even more. Oh, there's no Fundy. Well, that's good, because I literally said 5 minutes ago that I'd get swept by it, so... Meowscarada, Skeledirge, Quavel. Actually, if he Terra Poisons in the Palisand, that's really nice, because that means Jolteon can do a bit more. Palisand, Poison, and then there is also the Ogerpon. So I think my dedicated lead was going to be the Gholdengo. But Terra Steel, what's its face? Swampert actually looks pretty good at this state, like on preview. So that's also a possibility with Flip Turn. Like Ogerpon could be a lead, or Meowscarada, likely. So Swampert as a lead is a no-no. Could also just lead off with this thing. Do some scouting. I am Flame Orb with the... no, you know what? I'm running out of time. You might think I want to lead off Rocks. And I do think that actually Terra Steel on Swampert is probably better overall.
I don't really have a good way of dealing with poison Palisand, so I need to be careful about clicking water moves, because water compaction, I don't think it stops damage, but it does give it +2 defense. Yeah, there's the ogre. That's fine. I'm just Terra Stealing. And I am flipping out. Straight out into the, what's it called? So Ogre increases stage, defense by 2 stages every time it's hit by a water type move. So, like, Gholdengo is like my best way of killing it at that point, which is not going to work, so. We could hard switch into it here, but he might expect me to hard switch out. But I think Terra Steel on this is definitely the way to go over Terra Ghost on what's his face? Jolteon. Because I then resist both stabs on this, I resist the grass stab on the Ascarada at least. I'm running the poison jab. I don't know if I'll need it, but so we do Terra Steel turn 1. I am AV, so there's no recovery on this. So we'll see if he just wants to put spikes. You might just U-turn out into the, what's it called? The Power Whips. Okay. That's still done so much. Even non-resisted, that does so much. I think I just go into Valiant and click knockoff. Yes? No? Maybe? Can I repeat that question? So I did EV this thing, so I've got a bit of bulk. Because then I live a hit from the Ascarada. So I'm going to click knock, because Skeledirge is the freest switch of all time. And if they go Skeledirge, then I go into Samurott and I click Ceaseless Edge. And they didn't bring Duraludon either. Not Duraludon. What's the other one? Archaludon. So we do a trade-off of like similar damage to each other maybe. Maybe I did a bit less, but they can't be scarfed. They might think that close combat is so obvious that I don't want to click it. Like, Cudgel obviously is resisted. I was drained, I changed this literally just for the battle to include Spirit Break, because I think actually reducing the special attack, or like, on like building, reducing special attack of a lot of mons would be pretty nice. Like, you switch to a ghost, that's fine. Scion is the what? Is that the Dirge? No, it's the Dirge. You are Culver, that's fine. See, I also nearly ran Shadow Peel on this. One, because I didn't know if he'd be Culver. He could have also been the Ghost Berry, because I do have Gholdengo. But I am AV on this, so if you want to burn me, that's like fine. I just want to get some spikes up. Not boots, which means spikes are going to be chipping you down, plus Quavel is your spinner, which could be a play. But yeah, Quavel is kind of scary. But if Quavel does, I mean, Quavel wants to get to +3 speed to be really scary. Because I am Protect, Flame Orb on my Jolteon to outspeed everything. And that's why if Palisand does decide to Terra, it would be really nice. So we go into the Samurott. If he clicks Willow, that's fine. It's a real possibility, but I will just click Ceaseless Edge. They click Willow, which is fine. I just start setting up spikes. He might stay in. I don't think he will. It's still going to do a lot of damage. Going into Jolteon though would have been a very hard read. I just want my spike up, because the spike will go a long way with helping Valiant endgame. And also chipping down that Palisand, which I genuinely think is going to be terrifying for me to try and take down. He could go Quack. And if he goes crack, then Sand Sanitizer. Are you weakness policy? No, your Rocky Helmet. I am just going to keep clicking Ceaseless Edge and get all my spikes up, because if this thing goes down, then yeah, you're just going to do that. You can shore up if you want. This thing is a real problem for my team. I mean, Swampert can kind of deal with it a bit. Kind of. I have Earthquake on it, but I have no attack investment. So, yeah, why am I getting all my Ceaseless Edges this season? What are you going to do? Do you just attack? What are you going to do? I can poison you, Stealth Rock, that's fine. I don't have anything that's weak to rocks. The thing is, I can't flip turn here. So I think you'll shore up, right? You should shore up. I am AV, so I can just, like, take an Earth Power if you decide to click it, but I think you shore up here. You don't really have an Earthquake switching. Yeah, you shore up. Okay, that's a good play. So, your ground resistance is Meowscarada. And unless you have low kick, then that doesn't, like, do a lot. I could knock off your helmet, which might be nice, or I can just Earthquake and take my damage, which I think I'm going to do. This Swampert, before the game I actually debated bringing Scarf Swampert, because offensively it actually looks really good. Trying to be able to have knockoff. I think I sack off Samurai at that point. 2 laser spikes is really good for me. And they're pretty much here to stay with the Quack. You do switch, so I could have flipped turn there. Match of the Gourmet. Wow, he makes the hard play into this thing. Yard Boots. That was some good damage though. So how much does Poison Jab do to this, right? You're clicking a dark move. So how much does Meowscarada do with knockoff? Not a lot. Flower Trick also doesn't do half, although rocks make it slightly annoying. Well, I could potentially get my Toxic off that way on the Terra Poison, what's it called? Which would be very nice. How much does that do to Swampert though? I mean, I am Terra Steel. So knock does 40%. My Poison Jab will do 57 to 67 if it stays grass, but if they don't, we'll flip. We'll see what he wants to do. He clicks knock, that's fine. I should have actually gone into Samurai there. I don't know why I didn't. So that's a misplay by me. But this is some good shit, right? Now I can go out into my Jolteon and just click a move. I can just Thunderbolt here freely. Not Scarfed. Took spikes. Oh, I get burnt now. So I could Volt Switch out. Actually, is there any point in Volt Switching out? Do I just click Thunderbolt and then Volt Switch next turn? To get my chippies on something? Because there isn't a lot they want to take chippies on, to be honest. And actually, if they decide to go into the Palisand, I might be able to go into Samurott and take, like, something. So shore up. I might just give him Glamora to Toxic that Palisand. That'd be really nice. So I don't have a lot of great steel. I don't actually have any ground resistances now. I just realised I was Valiant and Samurott. So that might be why actually getting a toxic on that thing would be really nice, along with chip damage from Ceaseless Edge and stuff. Is it worth me protecting or whatever you go into just to scout? I don't have a lot of great things. It's like actually clicking Spirit Break might be quite nice into Palisand because it does weaken obviously all the damage it can do to me. Do I like... I can't afford to lose this actually because of okay, you take a lot there, which is nice. I outspeed you. I sack off my Sandrock. I could go Gholdengo actually. Is this what Gholdengo came for out of everything that's here? I mean, the Alscarada's dead now. So actually, Gholdengo looks pretty good. But Gholdengo is something that can take a hit from the Palisand. So do I sack off Otter Nonsense, then go Gholdengo afterwards? Because I feel like I might need to nasty block in front of that thing. So you can cudgel me. That's in the corner, that's fine. We go Valiant. I am numb, but that's kind of irrelevant at this point. Do I go into this? I don't know how. I've got no attack investment, right? And I don't know how much I then do to Skeledirge. See, if it's not specially defensive, Skeledirge dies to a Shadow Ball. I could like click Make It Rain, and actually, no, I need that. I need that thing for. I've got it for Quaquaval, kind of, as well. So let's just go into this. How much does this do to you? Do I pull a double into the Gholdengo? Do you sack this off? Because you're not clicking Knock, you click Cudgel, you click a Grass move here, if you click anything, or U-turn. You have Palisand, you have Skeledirge still, neither of which want to see Gholdengo. I am fat, I feel like going Gholdengo is fine here. There's not a lot it can do to me. If they bring in Palisand, I click Nasty Plot in front of it. Yeah, you do withdraw. You spike your shield. I look like a genius right now. Do I Nasty Plot in front of you? Why do I Nasty Plot? Because I think Skeledirge will die after Spite to a Shadow Ball. If you go Prim, like, I don't think Make It Rain will kill it, but it will definitely two-hit kill it. Unless you're AD, maybe. So if I get +2 on Gholdengo. God, AV Prim is disgusting. But if it's AV, it takes spikes actually, so. Cudgels. That does nothing. Okay, I'm gonna click recover here. So little. He goes Skeledirge. Well, no, so you can't go Skeledirge. You could go Primarina. You could go Primarina. So you got Cudgel, Power Whip, Spiky Shield. That's actually a really good sound. I might have well done me. So you've got Cudgel, Whip, Spiky Shield, and Power Whip. Okay. Are you really giving me this? I'll click Shadow Ball because that will kill. So if you're max defense on Palisand, you'll turret poison. Make it range should kill it at +2. I think Gholdengo gets 2 kills here. I think I'll live a hit from Skeledirge as well, because it's going to be bulky. If it's not special defensive, I kill Shadow Ball. Even with Unaware, because it's not boots. So the 2 spikes are going to be huge. And if I can weaken the Palisand, then you withdraw. What are you sacking? What are you sacking, Officer? Is that the Primarina? So the spikes, maybe. Make it range kill you. Or the split F drop. So unless you're scarfed, you could be like offensive. I'm just going to put Shadow Ball again. You're not, you died. Okay, so that was just Primarina's just here as a sack. Meowscarada went 1-1, I think. This Gholdengo just is an absolute terror to him, clearly. What else got killed? Jolteon got killed. Shout out to Bob to her. And Glimora is, I don't know. So even if this is if Palisand is some max special defense, after 2 layers of spikes, guaranteed to KO, but you're not going to use boots. Let's just give you a Venetian. 50% chance to hit 1 hit KO. Goodbye. Is this the Gholdengo sweep? Maybe. It could very well be the Gholdengo sweep. Because Skeledirge, I mean, I'm only at +1 now, so I'm not going to kill it back. But I am max defense, so I might take 2 hits here. So Palisand is down. Ogerpon is slower than what's its face, so I can just Shadow Ball here twice, because Jolteon's going to be faster, even with his game. Unless Acro Step's like, oh, that did nothing to it. Me. I did absolutely nothing. That's a 2-hit KO, if I've ever seen one. I think he needs a dirty crit to be here, really. Oh! I called it. Ah, that's annoying. I don't think it matters too much. Okay, Gholdengo going on absolute tear right now. Quable's dead. Dirge is alive. And Ogerpon is alive. Do I try and recover here? Or do I just Shadow Ball and take my damage? Do I save this thing? Hang on, let me check real quick. Oh, I've got Glimora to Toxic that thing. This outspeeds with Shadow Ball. I let this go. There's nothing there. He didn't miss. No power. He didn't. Gholdengo, bro. This. This is an absolute Gholdengo masterclass right now. I feel a bit bad because it's, you know, Necro's in the council front office along with myself, but this Gholdengo, holy shit. This is no attack on this one, by the way. Like, none. Gholdengo is just that good. I knew Ghost was really good. Ah, he lived. He was specially defensive. I torched him. Okay. Right, who gets the kill? I'm sad Gholdengo didn't go 5-0, but Gholdengo just kind of went crazy. I think I'll give it to Jolteon. I don't actually know if I outspeed and with Swampert, and I don't want to find out. Kill differential could come into play, but I'm not going to be here to find out. I'm just going to click the Shadow Ball button. And we get the kill. So that's Shadow Ball movie. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Higher ratings than the Minecraft movie, but it doesn't obviously have Jack Black and Jason Momoa. Hopefully you did enjoy that. It was a lot better than I thought it would be. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you for... Well, I don't know what day I'm uploading this. I don't know if this is midweek, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, or what. So I'll see you at some point for another NX video. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you later. Bye.